Hello and welcome to this video. This is about syllables, and we'll begin with the definition, or rather the rules of syllables. Now, all syllables in Hebrew will begin with a consonant. This is very important. It will always begin with a consonant, which may be any consonant in the alphabet. There is one exception. The exception is when a word begins with the vowel shurek. And when that happens, the shurek itself is a syllable, and that will be an open long syllable. All right. I'm not in this video yet describe what's an open long, but I'm just telling you it will be an open and a long syllable. Okay, so every syllable in the Hebrew word will begin with a consonant, which can be any consonant in the alphabet. The exception to the rule is when a word begins with the vowel shurek. The second rule is a Hebrew syllable must include one and only one full vowel. Please bear in mind, this is an important one. It should be a full vowel. So it can either be a long vowel or a short full vowel. It doesn't matter. It just has to be a full vowel. Okay? Next. This is point number 2. The number of syllable, the number of vowels, the number of full vowels in a word is equal to the number of syllables. So if the word has 3 full vowels, you can have 3 syllables in it. If it has 2, you can have 2 syllables in it. If it has got 1 full vowel, it is a monosyllable, single syllable. Okay? All right. Now, Hebrew classifies syllables as either opened or closed. Syllables are either opened or closed. So an open syllable is a syllable that ends with a vowel. A closed syllable is a syllable ends with a consonant. It ends in a consonant. The open syllable is a syllable that ends with a vowel. A closed syllable is a syllable that ends with a consonant. Please bear in mind. Now, when I'm talking about open syllable, if a syllable ends with an aleph, which is quiescent. Remember, aleph at the end of a aleph at the Alright, remember, aleph at the end of a syllable is usually quiescent, especially when it end of a syllable or end of a word can sometimes be quiescent. Usually it is quiescent. That means it's functioning there as a vowel, as a matrix like tunus. And hey at the end of a word acts as a vowel. Remember, I have always said that to you. If Hebrew wants to say it's a consonant, it will put a mapik in it. Now, if a syllable has the quiescent aleph and a quiescent hey at the end of it, it is considered open syllable, because that syllable is considered to be a ending with a vowel. It is ending with a vowel, the open syllables, and aleph and hey are vowels, and therefore it is an open syllable. Please bear that in mind. A closed syllable is a syllable that ends with any consonant, except it cannot end with aleph and hey, because aleph and hey, remember, is functioning as matrix lectionis and therefore an open syllable. Please bear that in mind. I have a word here. They should have a patak here. Okay. Mem with a patak, lamed with a simple shava. I don't know. I have not yet determined if it's a vocal or a silent. I have a kaf with the kamets below it, and of course it ends with a hey. Just a few cursory notes. Remember, hey. It's ending with the hey. All right. I have a shava here. If I look to the right, I will notice it is preceded by this is a short vowel, and therefore silent shavas are usually they follow a short vowel. All right, so this will be a silent shava. Another clue that I know that this is a silent shava comes from this kaf. Can you see there's a dagesh lene present? If there's a dagesh lene, it indicates this is a silent shava here. Okay, which means if this is a silent shava, I can break my syllable here, which is the way it is. Now I forgot to say, the first thing when you get a word in Hebrew is ask yourself how many full vowels are there. Here there are two full vowels. There is a patak here, and there is a kamets here, kamets here in this sense. Okay, so there are two full vowels. And if it is two full vowels, that means I can have only two syllables. And this is how it's broken up into. Alright, let's classify them. This ends with a lamed because this ends with a consonant lamed because the silent shava is redundant there. So this is a closed syllable. Now what is the vowel here? This is a patak, closed short syllable, short vowel syllable. Or you can simply write close short syllable. Okay. And this one, ka, it ends with a kamets he, which is a vowel. Remember? Okay. So now it ends with a he, which is not a vowel. It's not a consonant there because if it was a consonant, Hebrew would have put a mapik there. This is an open because it ends with a vowel. Open, kamets he is a long. It's an open long syllable. Let's try another one. Alright, this is the word. I have a shin with a vocal shava because it begins the word. I have a lamed with a kolem, a mem with a kolem, and it ends with a he. Now, again, the first question you ask is how many full vowels are there? And the answer is there are two full vowels. There's two columns there. So how many syllables can I have? I can only have two syllables. Alright, let me start from here. Can I break the syllable here? The answer is no, because Hebrew needs a full. Now, the syllables will always start with a consonant, and that's fine. This is a shin, but it cannot have a simple vocal shava as simply just being in a syllable, because as we always said, the rule was it needs a full vowel. So I'm going to erase this part of it. Let me write that back. Okay. So I come back here. So first comes the consonant. So the lamed. All right. I still haven't found my vowel, so I continue. I found the kolem. So should I include mem now? No, I should not include mem, because if I include mem, then the next syllable cannot start with a kolem. So I will put my line here. Okay. So now I have my two syllables already. So here now. Now this syllable ends with kolem, correct? It ends with kolem. Remember, we are reading consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. So this ends with a kolem. So this is an open. Kolem is a long vowel, so it's an open, long syllable. And this one ends again with a vowel where he is acting as a matrix lectionis. In this case, it is a unit kolem he, and therefore this is an open, long syllable. Let's try this. This is David. Again, how many full vowels I have? Full vowels. I have two full vowels. So I can only have 2 syllables. Great. So I start with the Dalit because that's where the Hebrew syllable must always begin with a consonant. So I start with the Dalit. I cannot start with Kamits. I have to start with Dalit. So I come this way. I get the Kamits. And then I'm wondering, should I include Vav into the picture? But I cannot include Vav because if I included Vav, then the next syllable would start with what is below Vav. In this case, it's a Kirek. And Hebrew does not allow you to start with a vowel. So I draw my line here. And those are the 2 syllables. So how do I classify this? This is ending with the Kamits. So it's an open. Kamits is a long. So it's an open long syllable. And in this case, Vid, it's ending with Dalit. Dalit is a consonant, therefore it's a closed. And Kirek is a short vowel. Let's try one which has a Dagesh forte in it and see what happens. Here's the word. Sorry about that. Okay, here's the word. Now, there is a dot in the tet. Now, you should know a dot in any letter other than the Begat Kefat letter, you pretty much know that it is a Dagesh forte. Remember, Dagesh fortes do not come in gutturals. This is not even a guttural. This is a tet. So this is a Dagesh forte. I don't even have to worry if it's a Leni. Great. So that's that. Now, how many full vowels do I have? I have full vowels 2. So how many syllables can I have? I can only have 2 syllables. But hang on. Here you have to be a little observant because there's a Dagesh forte, which means you are doubling it. There's a doubling of the tet. So let's break that up first. So I break that up into tet. Now I can put a simple Shava here because it's redundant. I put my tet here. What is below the tet? It is a sere, and I put my lamed here. Okay, so this is the word. Now this is a silent Shava, so obviously I drop my line there. So now this is ending with a consonant. Okay, you don't consider the silent Shava in the classification. You consider it because that's redundant. Remember, silent Shavas are redundant. They only act as a syllable divider. So in this case, tet is closing this particular syllable, and we are going to call it a closed. And this is a kirek. This is a closed. Kirek is a short, right? Short vowel. And in this case, it is a sere, and it's ending with a lamed, and therefore this is ending with a consonant. So this is again a closed. Sere is a long vowel. So did we get that? All right. Thank you very much.